Everything I learned in my 8 years as president, and in the work I have done since in America and across the globe, has convinced me that Barack Obama is the man for this job. Barack Obama is ready to lead America and to restore American leadership in the world.
It was a creed written into the founding documents that declared the destiny of a nation. Yes, we can. It was whispered by slaves and abolitionists as they blazed the trail toward freedom. Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
On top of everything, going to my.barackobama.com, and there's particularly some new functionality there called Neighbor to Neighbor, where you can get lists of voters to contact, and checking that out and getting started organizing in your local communities. That would be great.
All the workers organized, women reached in states north and south, east and west. What began as a whisper in Springfield has swelled to a chorus of millions calling for change. It's a chorus that cannot be ignored, a chorus that cannot be deterred. This time can be different because this campaign for the presidency of the United States of America is different. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. But always remember that no matter what obstacles stand in our way, nothing can stand in the way of the power of millions of voices calling for change.
Now, you've used technology a lot in your campaign, YouTube channel, MySpace profile, and a lot of stuff on your own side as well. In fact, I was reading you had over 15,000 policy ideas submitted to your website from average voters across America. Are any of them any good?
Some of them are good. And you know, part of what we're trying to model in our campaign is how we're going to run our government. You know, we're going to have a chief technology officer that thinks about how to integrate technology into every aspect of what government does.
Pause for a reality check. We've been warned against offering the people of this nation false hope. But in the unlikely story that is America, there's never been anything false about hope. I want change. I want change. The hopes of the little girl who goes to the public school in the village are the same as the dreams of a boy who learns on the streets of L.A. We will remember that there's something happening in America. That we are not as divided as our politics suggest. That we are one people. That we are one nation. And together we will begin the next great chapter in the American story with three words that will ring from coast to coast, from sea to shining sea. Yes, we can. 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 Like this. No one can stop this.
How many people have you met in your life who have said things like, I had that idea, I knew about that, or I was so close but I gave up? I think sometimes the difference between success and failure, winning and losing, is a very fine line between those people who continue to move forward.
Simmer down!
If you hold off on your morning coffee because it has to be Starbucks, consider the Starbucks bean for the perfect cup at home. Starbucks, for gourmet coffee that starts when you do.
No one can stop this.